What's up, you guys? This just stood out to me. I was reading Luke 17, and this verse right here where they're talking about, if they sin against you 7 times, 70 times, if they repent, you must forgive them. They're, like, as believers, forgiveness should be a part of our everyday lives. Like, we got to make sure that we're walking in love and we're walking in forgiveness. Okay, right here it says, verse 6 of Luke 17. He replied, remember, they just said, "Oh Lord, increase our faith," when they realized they got to forgive like that. And he said, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mulberry tree, "Be uprooted and planted in the sea," and it will obey you. I'm going to read that again. He replied, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mulberry tree, "Be uprooted and planted in the sea," and it will obey you. Suppose one of you has a servant. Okay, I'm not going to read that part. I want to make this point. Clearly, our faith must be connected to what we say. Because he said, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to the mulberry tree, "Be uprooted and planted in the sea," and it will obey you. So our faith is connected to what we say. So make sure you're speaking life, okay? That's why we meditate the word over and over again, putting the word in our spirit. This is how you meditate it. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. Okay, he wants me to use this one. I think it's Romans 8:5 or 5:8. It says, God clearly shows and proves his love for me, and that while I was yet a sinner, Christ died for me. And you say that over and over and over again. Let me check real quick. I'm going to see if it's 5:8. I think it's 5:8. Hold on. But God demonstrates, okay, it's Romans 5:8. But God demonstrates his own love for us in that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. You say that to yourself over and over and over 1,000,000 times. And make it personal. But God demonstrate his love for me in that while I was yet a sinner, Christ died for me. But God demonstrated his love for me in that while I was yet a sinner, Christ died for me. But God demonstrated his love for me while I was yet a sinner, Christ died for me. Yo, I did that. And one day I woke up and I had such a revelation of God's love, because that word dropped from coming from my mouth and my mind into my heart. And that's when I began to have a revelation, an understanding of God's love in a way that I can't really explain it. I just knew that I knew that I knew that he loved me. I encourage you to do that, okay? Because he really does love you, and he wants you to have the revelation of that so you can walk in a greater level of power, clarity, and understanding. Be encouraged. It's your girl, Coach K. God's plan for you is good. Leave me a comment.